So hello. So I hope you're doing well. So basically we can start our class. So I want us to go through some few charts and look at the analysis for the coming week. So in case you have a question, you can just type it in the chat box. It's okay. So yesterday I posted this chart and you are seeing. So it's not supposed to be something that is hard because the only two things that we are looking for is impulses and corrections. So if you look at this particular point, you can see that this is an impulse, then this is a correction. So we should not chase this. We should wait for this impulse to finish, and when it's correcting, we should wait to enter either this risk-taking point or this risk-averse position when it is breaking down. So this is the wave that we should look for. This is the wave that we should look for. Then when another correction starts happening, then this is also the wave we should look for. This is also the wave we should look for. So at this particular point I was showing, if Shiri was showing us his chart beginning from this particular point, then it means this is the impulse. This is the impulse. So if this is the impulse, and now we are seeing that we're having a correction here, then basically the move that we should be looking for is another impulse down. A move that so basically a move that resembles the other impulse that was there. So this is a short-term trade because we are looking at so this is a short-term trade because we are looking at 1 hour. So if you're taking this particular trade, just make sure that you manage your trade well, because it can turn out to be a bad trade if you don't manage it well. So I think we are done with that. So I don't think there is a problem in that. So this particular point, if you enter this trade at this particular point, assuming, so this is your future wave and this is your future reversal point. This is your future reversal point. So this move can happen this way, then this way, then this way. But we are looking for this particular move. So my internet has some issue. So it's okay. So if you look at the dollar chief, so this is a trade we are expecting that the dollar will start falling down anytime soon. We are looking for the bigger move. Remember, the dollar, we've been looking for this particular trade from long time ago. So if you look at this particular trade, we can see that there is an impulse, then we are having a correction. So remember, corrections are 3 moves. So here it is ABC. We calculate corrections using ABC and impulses using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But for us, basically, we don't do a lot of counting. We look at the moves the way they are coming and we take them. So on this particular week, I will be looking for this particular trade. Maybe this is the start of the big fall down. We can see these candles, the way these candles were, they were so strong. These candles were so strong. So I expect this particular So what I expect it to do, so you can see it is coming nearer. So you can see that it is coming nearer to the EMA. So I expect it to rise a little. When it comes closer to the red EMA, then I will take this trade down. I will just put my stop loss behind the previous impulse. So it can keep doing that. If it breaks this line, then we can move to the higher time frame and look at where we expect it to do. Remember, basically, don't wake up in the morning tomorrow or wait for tonight at 12 a.m. when the market opens and just click sell. Because remember, the Euro USD, our move down still hasn't completed. But we're expecting at this particular week when we are coming, we expect that particular move to complete and the Euro USD to start rising. We expect, so I don't think there's a problem with this pair. So we're looking for a sell. So this is a 9-day. We are hoping that this trade can be able to be completed within 9 days. And I hope it will take even lesser days because of the NFP that will be happening on Friday, this particular coming week. So I hope that this is a trade that we can take for the next 5 days. So I hope I'll be able to catch it. So this is a trade we are looking for. I was not able to catch it because I was not near my screen, but I hope you did catch it because we were looking for this particular trade from this particular point. But when it came down, we saw that there was one up move because this was not a continuation pattern that was appearing here. So it went up. These were the levels that we were looking at. These were the levels that we were looking at. So basically, it was about to hit these particular levels because I'd put my alarm at that particular point. So it did not come to this particular moves. But when it was coming at this particular down, when it was coming down here, so it went up to that particular level where it had started coming down. Then it fell. So if you are not in this particular trade, what you should look for this coming week, just look for a correction and enter that trade. This is your first target. Remember, it can continue going down. So at this particular point, if it breaks impulsively, what you do is continue holding the trade. Or if it starts correcting here, then it means that it will continue going up. But if it reaches at this particular point struggling, then an impulse up, then you can get out of that trade and look for one more up move. So it shouldn't be an issue with that particular trade. So just look for a correction and enter if you're not in. Just look for a correction and enter. But this trade is a trade that we were supposed to catch during the last week. Then we also have, so this particular week, I can see that we have so many good trades. This is a trade that we have also been looking for a long time. So we caught it from these particular levels. Yes. As the trade proceeds, when the move has already started, what you do, just move your stop loss to break even. And relax. If the trade decides to come back, it will just stop you out and you will lose nothing and you will look for a better entry at that particular place. So for example, in this particular trade, we can see that it is near the EMA. And we can see also what is happening in the MACD. So at this particular point, so it is coming down. So basically what I will do, I will enter this trade tonight. Because I don't have a lot of time to manage or to watch these charts. So I will just enter these trades today, enter there, put my stop loss there, and this is my target. So if this trade comes to this particular point tonight, maybe it will happen tonight or tomorrow in the morning. So I'll just move my stop loss to 0, and it might choose to come up. If it comes up, it stops me out. If it breaks, it is okay. if it stops me out, I will just look for that particular trade again at those particular points. So I'll enter there again, my stop loss there, then one day it will move. So it can keep doing that. So the correction can just get bigger, but I know it will just break someday. So these are moves that I expect to happen these particular points. So if these moves don't happen on the first 3 days of this week, so definitely they will happen on the NFP day. And it can be a move like this. It can be a move like this. So these trades can turn out to be very short-term trades. So these are trades that I won't miss. It is okay if it does that, it will surprise me. So I will enter this trade today. But if it does that, I will just accept my loss and move to the next trade, because I know one trade will not break me. So, but that will be a surprise for me. If it does that, that will be a surprise for me. If it does that, that will be a surprise for me. So let me so this trade, I can't afford to lose this trade. Then this is another trade. This is another pair that we have been looking at for the longest time. So I don't intend to take this particular trade because basically you can see it is a little expensive. It's a little expensive, but this is also a good trade. So it takes a lot of time. The problem with this particular pair, it takes a lot of time to happen. It takes a lot of time to happen. So you can see how many days it took there. So if for example we are, so basically, so it took around 154 days for this particular move. So I'm not ready to hold that particular trade for 154 days for me to get that particular pair. But it's okay. I know it will this move will take place. So I know this move will take place. So if you have that time, you can just enter your trade even tomorrow, put your stop loss there, your target there, and just relax. Maybe this trade can happen next week, or maybe it can happen after 154 days. So I'll just wish you good luck. Yes, it's a very good trade, by the way. It's a very good trade. But now the problem with that particular trade is the swaps. So it's just for the swaps. So the swaps for 154 days, it might not be logic. So this particular pair, we looked at it. So we were in this trade from the top. So I exited this trade last week because of the way it was moving. So we made some money. We made some money on this particular trade. So we entered at this particular point. So I don't know if you're still holding. So because it was not moving as we had expected. So are you still holding? So Edwin, are you still holding? But this was a good trade. So I still think, so it's okay. If you are holding, it's okay. You can just keep holding, but it's okay. It can keep doing this because I'm not near my screen. So it can come then closer to the EMS, then move down. But remember, this is a short-term trade. This is a short-term trade. If we are expecting this particular move to happen, remember in the dollar chief, we are expecting the dollar chief to fall down. So when the dollar chief will be falling down, if that move will happen, then this move is going to happen. Then that means basically what that means for us is that maybe this was a correction now, it's completing, and that move is going to happen. But this is now the move. So I'm not looking to sell at this particular point for this small move. So that is not how we trade. So I'm not looking for this small move. The move that I'm now looking at is this move. So what you can do, so instead of taking the two trades, because instead of taking the euro dollar trade and the USD chief trade, so what you can do, you can choose one, choose the best and take it. For me, I will choose the dollar chief. I will choose the dollar chief. I will choose the dollar chief. So, but this was easy money. So this was easy money, but this trade is, so they basically they move. So if today you decide to sell the euro dollar and sell the USD chief, you will win one and lose one. So this is an easy trade. If you also look at, if we are looking at this particular move the way it happened. So I expect it, so it can keep moving down, but the levels that I'm looking at is at least it comes to these lows. So it is possible for it to hit this particular point, but it is okay. So, but this move can change anytime, right? I hope it is going to happen this coming week. So I hope it's going to happen this move. So basically I'm saying what I'm looking at is this move to come at least to this low. So at least it comes to this low, then it goes up. So that is easy. So basically, if you take the Euro USD sell and also sell the USD chief, so what happens? Those two particular pairs, they are negatively correlated. So when one is going up, when the Euro USD is going up, the USD chief is going down. So if you decide to sell them both, there's no way you can win both of those trades. One must go down and one must go up. So one must go up and one must go down. Then we can move to the next. So also this is an easy trade. We took it from these particular levels. In fact, we were looking for it from these particular levels. So I took this trade personally. I took this trade from this point. So, but I got out at this point, and at this particular point, I was showing you, because at this particular point, the way it was behaving, I was sure that it was going for one up move. And at this particular level, I remember I posted this, and that particular night, that move happened. So what you can do now, if you're not in this particular trade, just look for this correction. Let it come to this, nearer to the EMA. When it will be coming nearer to the EMA, this move will also happen. It will be making a crossover there. Then that is the trade. That is the trade. But if you had sold from here, what you should have done now, just move your stop loss to 0 and enjoy the profits. That's easy money. But what you should also know is that don't take all these trades. What you should do, it depends on, if I had the millions in my account, I could have taken all these particular trades. But just don't take too much. Don't overtrade. So you can overtrade if you put a lot of positions and your account is small. If your account is so small, don't put a lot of trades on it. It is like putting a lot of bags. So you can take around 5 to 6 trades running at one particular point is okay. So, but you can take as many trades as you want as long as you know how to manage them. So it is like putting a lot of sacks on a donkey. So at one particular point you will overpower it and it will just fall down and die. So I'm not looking for that particular trade, but it is, you can also so I will try and do a chart on the euro pound. So this is also a good trade. This is also a good trade. This is also a good trade. So I expect it to make one more up move on this particular coming week. So you can see the levels at which it was. So this was an impulse. This one is an impulse. Then it corrected down. So I expect it to keep moving up. Expect it to keep moving up. You can see it's just a bigger correction that is happening. So if it breaks down, I won't be in this trade. So what I will be looking for is impulses on lower time frames. Impulses on the lower time frames. This trade also, we were looking for this particular trade from these levels, So you can see what is happening in this particular trade. So I was hoping that it will go to these particular levels. So basically what can happen now, it can correct and come down, then go up. Come down. So if you are in this trade, so you can just get out and wait for a correction to happen, a small sell. Then at this particular, when it comes to this particular lows, I will be looking for it to go up. So we had already made a lot of money. So at this particular point, it was showing us that it was moving slowly. We were expecting it to be a quick move, but we made some money. So I was posting this trade even on Facebook, and I was telling some few people to take that trade, but I don't know if they made money. So it's okay. If they ignored, that's the problem. Then, so this is so remember also this can, so it can still go up. I still think it will go up. So I still think it will go up, but it will go up and then come. So what I think, it will come down. It will come down to these lows, then the up move will take place. So you can look for a correction near this, let it come to near the EMS, and then the move happens there. Then this is the move we are looking for. I won't be looking for this particular trade. I won't be looking for this particular trade. The trade that I will be looking for is this trade again. So I made some few coins there. Then I will make some few coins there also. Then we can move to the next trade. So also this one, I'm not sure if I shared this chart. Basically, I was looking for it to rise from those particular levels, but it didn't do that. So it went a little down. Then this move happened. Basically, I didn't take this trade. The trade that I took at that particular night was the New Zealand dollar. And I woke up very happy. So I woke up very happy on that particular day. So what I'm waiting for, you can see it is correcting. So I hope this trade is going to continue to happen. So if you take this particular trade, so if you take this particular trade, remember that your first target should be at that particular top. So I'm hoping so the problem is that you cannot catch all these trades, but you just choose the best one. But they always happen the same ways. So the New Zealand dollar was happening the same way. So I caught that trade and it made me very happy. Then so I follow this pair, but I don't trade it. So it doesn't have to be all the pairs that we follow. We don't have to trade all of them, but we know how things happen. So you can see that is a clear correction there. So what can happen is that trade it can continue moving that way. Then that is the move. That is now this is the move that we are looking for. This is the move that we are looking for. So I expect it also to. So it is behaving the same way the Euro New Zealand dollar is behaved. Then this is also a good pair. We've been sharing it for long. So I remember at this particular point, we were looking for that particular trade. So it came down. I was looking for a correction there to continue selling, but this correction didn't happen. So it came up the same way the USD card did. Then came up, did that, then the move happened. So I shared this trade at this particular point. So if you entered at that particular point, you're in profit. So just look for corrections and continue selling. Just look for corrections and continue selling. Just look for corrections and continue selling. So that is easy. So if you understand impulses and correction, I believe these things should be easy. So it is just an impulse, then look for a correction, then an impulse. So at this particular point, look for levels where it is coming close to the EMA. So the EMA has made our work very easy these days. The EMA has made our work very easy. So personally, it has made my work very, very easy. Very easy. So that trade has already happened. So, but now look for corrections and continue selling. Look for corrections and continue selling. So look for a correction, draw a trend line. When it breaks, just continue selling. Stop loss behind the previous impulse. So there are a lot of good trades on this particular coming week. So basically, the vote already happened. And she lost. So the vote already happened and she lost. So let me. So there are a few possible scenarios that can happen. So it is possible for a no deal to happen. Now the problem is that when I start opening a lot of, so it is possible. So I will keep you updated on what is happening there. But she lost again. So this also was a good trade. So I remember I was looking for this particular trade and I posted there. So I don't think it is a. So at one particular point, remember, you cannot keep selling the pound forever. So those particular guys who are in that particular country, they are smart people and they know what they will do. So at one particular point, they will So at one particular point, they will just do something. So they will just do something. So I will keep you updated. I'll keep you updated. So there's a lot of bad news with the pound. So with this uncertainty, so what the pound will keep doing, you will see that it will keep moving sideways. You will see that it will keep moving sideways. But we hope a solution will be found. And when a solution will be found, and now we can see the direction of the pound. So it is a little risky trading the pound pairs. It is a little risky trading the pound pairs. So you can see what is happening here. So basically, when we say that it will keep moving sideways, we mean that a correction will keep happening. So but these are good trades. So it will keep moving these ways because of the uncertainty that is in there. So you can enter those trades. So this is the trade I'm looking for. This is the trade I'm looking for. It is a good trade. Basically, we don't follow a lot of news. We don't follow a lot of news because those guys will never tell you what is going to happen. Those guys will never tell you what is going to happen. So what I was expecting this trade to come up, then that I can sell. So it didn't seem to happen. So it can still, that move can still happen on this coming week. So it hasn't gone far. So it broke this particular line, but that basically doesn't mean anything. So it broke this particular line, but it doesn't mean anything. So I'm expecting it to make this one up move, at least to this particular ice, and then come down. But if that move doesn't happen, it is okay. So what we can do, we can look for a correction and continue selling. So this is my first target. This is my first target at this particular lows. This is my first target. This is a good trade. This is a good trade. This is a very good trade. This is a very good trade. But I was hoping, so if you got it at this particular levels, perfect. So what I am hoping for is that at least it can come to this particular EMA, or even better, come up to this particular levels, because I'm having my alarm at this particular point. If it comes to this particular points, I'll be very happy. And I will take that particular trade stop loss behind that particular impulse. So we will be watching. That is a good trade. It can turn to be a very good trade. It can turn to be a very good trade. So we don't care what those guys in the UK do. So we will make money whichever way they decide. Why are you laughing? we don't care. We make money when it's coming down, when it's going up. So this is a move we've shared for so long. So I remember you were the one who was asking me about this particular trade. So I'm not interested in a 1 month chart, but I did the chart and I shared. So this move will happen in 1,124 days. 1,124 days. So because Edwin, you are asking for this particular trade, so I hope you are willing to hold that trade for 1,124 days. It's okay. So we will wait. It will reach this particular levels. So that is around 2022. So maybe with Dr. Samoei Ruto as president, we will look for that particular trend to 2020 to 2024. So things happen the same way. So this is a correction, A, B, C, then an impulse, then a correction, then another impulse. So that is not supposed to be. So these are good, these are very good trades. We have a lot of very good trades. We have a lot of very good trades. So these pound pairs, I've been avoiding them a lot because of the uncertainty that is happening in the UK. It doesn't mean I can't trade them. It's just that just because I'm not in front of my PC, it is a little harder to manage these trades. But if I was in front of my PC, I could have traded these trades. They bring a lot of quick money. They bring a lot of quick money, but just ignore these pound pairs. Ignore these pound pairs. So you can see what is happening. So what I expect to happen on this particular coming week, so it can still go up and then come down. It can still, so what I see, it will go up to at this particular levels, then it will come down. But you can see this is a reversal pattern. So it will keep staying in that particular, but one day it will break down. It will break down. So you can look for sells from these particular levels, but be sure to just manage your trades after you have entered. Manage your trades after you have entered. All those pairs, all those pound pairs they're risky because of the uncertainty that is happening in the UK. But very soon we will get a direction. So they will have to decide something, and we will get a direction. So we can see. So this is also a good trade. I was showing this trade since long time ago. So we were in this trade from the bottom. We made money. We'll make money again. Then we'll make money again. Then, so whichever way it chooses to go. So we were in this trade from this particular tops. I remember I was showing this trade from these levels. So this is a trade we have. So we've made this. So it's easy. It's easy. So I even remember there is a chart. I even remember there's a chart that you are drawing. I don't know. I don't know if you remember there's a chart that you are drawing. This way, and you are saying that the move has completed and it will happen this way. And just because of this correction, I was telling you that it will continue going up. I don't know if you can remember that. So I remember you are drawing your trend line this way when it was at these particular levels. You have to train your mind to remember. So it is okay. It is okay. So this correction happened, and we had that move. Now, what we do, just wait for a correction and sell. This is a very good trade. This is a very good trade. It's okay. I will enter this trade. Whether I lose money because of the uncertainty in the UK, it is okay. Losing money is part of this business. So we lose money every day, we make money every day. So it doesn't scare us anymore. Then we also have, so we also have this trade. This is a very good trade. I made money here. So a correction is happening. A correction is happening. Then I expect this move to continue happening. So this is a move for this coming week. This is a move for this coming week. So I will let it correct. So I will let it correct. So when it comes to this EMA comes nearer. So I will sell again. I will sell again. That is free. That's free money. So this move, we were looking for it in this particular levels. So all those setups are in our group. There's nothing new that happens here. There's nothing new that happens here. That's the same trades. So this also was a simple trade. No, basically what happened, it did not reverse quickly. There was some news that that happened on that particular night. There was the interest rate. There was the interest rate that was happening. So this day, I slept at 12 waiting because that news was happening at 12 midnight. So this news is what caused this move. This news is what caused this particular move. So I was waiting for that particular trade. So it happened that I don't remember the particular day, but I know it happened that it was at midnight. So that particular day, I slept at midnight waiting for this particular move to happen. So I entered. So I remember I was talking with my friend and I was telling her that this move, I'm waiting for this particular move to happen. So I had my trade here, stop loss there. My target was here. My target still hasn't been hit. So I'm hoping for this correction to happen and that move to continue happening. So the way it is behaving, so I will look at it at this particular lows. So it can still make one move up, but I know I have around, my stop loss now is around these particular points. So I can remember clearly. So basically the news is what caused this. So the NFP is going to make us a lot of money this particular week. I just hope that I will catch those trades. So we also had this. This was, so I can't remember, but I shared this trade, but I wasn't able to catch it. So I remember sharing this, but I wasn't able to catch this trade. So this is a very good trade that I lost, but it's okay. So this one is another good trade. This is another good trade that I was sharing. This is another good trade that I was sharing. So what you do, just continue looking for corrections and selling. Just look for corrections and continue selling. Just look for corrections and continue selling. This was also another. These trades, we have a lot of good trades. These trades, they happen daily. So on this particular level, I remember I was hoping that it will make one up move. But when this move was happening, I remember also I updated you. So this move didn't happen the way this move happened. So it took a lot of time here. And at this particular point, I remember on that particular night, I was telling you that the way this move is happening, I don't think it will go to the top. But I didn't enter. I didn't think it will go to the top. So on that particular night, it broke. So I missed this trade. So what I'm waiting for it to come closer to the EMA. Then I will sell. I will not afford to lose this particular trade. So I have my alarm set at when this zero crossover will be happening. I'm sure this trade this one I must. This is a good trade. This is a good trade. So just wait for it and free money. So it's like someone is giving you free money and you're unable to catch it. So don't miss that particular trade. Don't miss it. But I was hoping for it to come to the top so that I could make more money. But it is okay. Then this is also a trade we've been looking for. I don't know, all these trades, they're in our chat room. All these trades are in our chat room. So things are happening the same. Just look for, yes, they're in our group. So just look, wait for it to just correct and come near the EMA and sell again, sell again. This is good money. This is good money. So what you should work on is patience now, because this is a trade that is taking around 50, 52, 52 days. So what you should look for is the next move is a move that looks like this. So this is easy. This is easy. This is easy. Personally, I don't know. This is easy. So this is the move. So this is the move. The move that we're expecting is a move that will take around. Now we've already done half. I think, I don't know if this is half. So I think this is half. Or if it's not half, it's just near. What do you think this is half? It's almost half. So we've already done 24 days. So we're waiting for this move to take place in around 24 to 30 days. So 24 to around 30 days. This is a trade that you shouldn't miss. So around 30 days, and it has some good. I believe it will give you some good money. So one is to, so maybe one is to 5, 1 is to 5, 1 is to 5. That is good money. That is good money. 1 is to 5. So 1 is to 5. So don't miss that. Don't miss that. So I think I will have to. So don't miss that. So you have a lot of good trades. So basically, when you draw your, I don't know how we call these things. Let me look at when you put your risk to reward, so you can see what you're risking here. So it is 6.38. So basically it is 6.38. So you are risking 1 for you to make 6.38. So I don't know the name of that tool. So this is a, yes. So this is also a good trade that we've been sharing for a lot of time. So I was also sharing it with those Facebook guys who talk a lot yet they don't post any chart. So I was telling them to wait for it to come to this particular level and buy it and buy it and buy it. I hope they did. If they did, then maybe they are richer now. So you can see already it is moving up. So what we do, just wait for corrections and continue buying. This is a trade that is good. This is a trade that is good. So these are, so all these trades, these trades they are good trades. So simple. So these moves happen daily. I think this one we talked about it. Then we talked about it. No, so we also have this pair. So so this pair, some of these pairs, even if I don't trade them, I still track them. So just to look at our pair. So this is a pair that someone was arguing about for the longest time possible. So I was telling these guys. So the problem with these guys, they talk a lot, but they have little to show. So I was telling this particular guy at this particular point, I was expecting this move to happen. So when this move happens, you can see what was happening. So it moved up correctively, then it made this particular move. So immediately it went below 100. So they almost killed me. So, but now it has come to that particular level where we were expecting it to come, and you can see what is happening. So this move, it will still happen. It will still happen. So it can move that way, come down, move that way, but I'm sure this move will happen because this is an impulse. Now this is a correction. This is a correction. So this move will happen. So, but we don't have to. So what we do, we just ignore them. So we just ignore those guys because. So this also I showed this pair. So it is not moving as fast as it has been moving, but it is okay. It is doing what we expected it to do. So this is also good. This is also a good trade. This is also a good trade. So I'm expecting this move to happen. This move to happen. So, but it can move this way. So it can. So this move, those particular levels. Oh. Then so this. So I don't know if you saw. There's a company that rates these cryptocurrencies. So last week it rated these cryptocurrencies, and yes, the currency. Currency is not paper. Basically, currency. So currency is just an interpretation of what the economy is doing. Currency is just an interpretation of what the economy is doing. So our currency, in most cases, you'll find that is manipulated by the central bank. But at some point, it will lose its power and it will succumb to the market forces, which is demand and supply. So these coins were rated, and so among the tops, the Cardano is among the top coins that they say are the best. So this coin is a good coin. So we are tracking this coin. So we expect it to come for one more down, then it will rise. But remember, when you're drawing just for this particular coin, remember zero where zero is. So there's no way you can draw your chart this way and say that this coin is going to come down the way this move does. Because if this coin comes to zero, it means that coin it doesn't exist anymore. So when you are drawing these charts, make sure that you can see that it is at the bottom. So what we expect it to come to this particular bottom, then rise. This is a very good coin. But the problem with this coin is that it is not tradable through the brokers. So you have to buy it through the other exchanges that sell the cryptocurrencies. So basically, I was not the one who was rating these cryptocurrencies. It is a very reputable company that does those ratings. So they rated those coins, and so they rate it on the basis of the ones that are very secure and the ones that are, so these things. So it's about demand and supply. The supply that is there and demand and the security of those particular points for them to be accepted to be used in the economies. So I will share that report. You will remind me. I'll share that report in our group. So I think we are done. So I think we are done for today. Or is there any question? So we have a lot of. So what question do you have? So this is another chart that I added to my watch list. So basically, I added this chart after the crash of the Boeing company. So we can see the point at where these companies' shares were at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the year, so they were at around 300. They were at around $300. So they were at around $293 so per share. So it has been keeping rising. So, but when this crash, so it had already broken. But when this crash happened, so it went down. So we can see now that it is correcting. So I hope that it will. So it will come close to this EMA and then drop further. So what will make it drop further? I don't know, but I know it will drop further. It will drop further. So you can see what is happening with most countries. Most countries are changing, are canceling their. Most countries are canceling their budgets for what they had chosen to buy for this particular planes, and they are buying from another country. So Airbus is a competitor to Boeing. So I remember last week China canceled around $2 billion of the Boeing aircraft that they were supposed to purchase this particular year, and they are saying that they will purchase from Airbus. So I think we are done. So thank you. See you another day. Bye.